I wanted to share this like I would to a friend because this isn't a polished fitness journey. This is me being completely honest about a time in my life. I didn't think I had a problem at first. I was working a lot, traveling, building my career, doing all the things that looked right, and I was naturally super duper skinny. So from the outside, no one said anything was off, either because they didn't see it or simply because they didn't want to offend me. Either way, I felt it. I was tired all the time, like not just long day tired, but constant underlying fatigue. I had severe migraines. This was regular at times, like almost like weekly visits. I didn't get it. I was dealing with anemia, which I didn't fully understand at that time, but it basically meant that my body wasn't functioning properly. Low iron, low energy, low everything. And I normalized it. I genuinely thought this is just how my body is. This is what happens when you're busy. So I didn't question it. At the same time, I wasn't taking care of myself in a structured way at all. I was eating whatever was available, especially when I was traveling, drinking a lot, socially and regularly, no real routine. And then when I did try to get into fitness, it was always reactive. I had a moment where I'd feel off and think, okay, I need to fix this, so I'll get all in. And I tried to work out more, push harder, do whatever I thought I was supposed to do, and it never lasted. I remember walking into a CrossFit gym once and I felt completely out of place. I mean, to be honest, everyone looked so strong, so confident. They knew what they were doing, and I was there technically skinny, but I felt super weak. And instead of staying and figuring it out, I just left because it was easier to walk away than to face where I actually was. And that became a pattern. Start, feel uncomfortable, stop. And over time, it wasn't even about fitness anymore. It was the feeling of not following through, of saying I would do something and then not do it. And that does something to your confidence. You start questioning yourself. You start thinking, why can't I be consistent? And at the same time, my personal life wasn't helping either. I was in a relationship that was extremely unhealthy, and I stayed in it for years, not because I didn't see it, but because I was scared to leave. When you're in an environment like that, you don't thrive, you just survive. And I think that's where I was for a very long time, just getting through things, until I hit a point where I simply could not ignore it anymore. I was tired of feeling off, I was tired of feeling tired, I was tired of feeling disconnected, tired of not feeling like myself. And I realized something very simple but very honest. No one was going to fix this for me. So I stopped trying to do everything and I started doing a few things properly. I didn't go extreme, I didn't suddenly become perfect. I just started to show up. I focused on my strength training just a few times a week, nothing crazy but consistent, and I started paying attention to how I was eating. Not restricting, but actually supporting my body. And I removed things that were clearly not helping me anymore, like alcohol. In my 20s, I enjoyed it. It was basically part of my life. But at some point, I had to be honest with myself as it wasn't adding anything anymore. So I just removed it. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to feel better. And slowly, things started to change. My energy came back, my body started to respond positively, I felt stronger. But most importantly, I started to trust myself again because I was finally doing what I said I would do, and that changed everything for me. Because when you trust yourself, you move differently, you think differently, you show up differently, and that's when it clicked for me. This was never just about fitness. It was about alignment, mind and body working together, feeling stronger, clear, and in control. And now in my 40s, I feel way better than I ever did in my 20s. Not because life got easier, but because I do things differently now. I don't rely on motivation. I don't try to do everything at once. I keep things super duper simple, structured, and consistent. And that is what actually works. So if you're watching this and you feel off or disconnected from your body, I get it. Because I was there too. And I also know it doesn't have to stay that way. So if you're on your own journey right now, tell me where you're at. I genuinely would love to hear your story in the comments. And if this felt real to you, please like the video so I know I could share more like this.